The shovel bites frozen ground behind the barn when he finds her. Marcus stops mid-stride, his breath a white cloud in November darkness. She doesn't run. That's what stops his heart, not the dirt under her fingernails, or the way she clutches the spade like a weapon, but her absolute stillness. A cornered animal that's forgotten how to flee. "It's done," she says. Her voice carries no inflection. She wears a dress too thin for the cold, sleeves torn at one shoulder. Blood, not hers, he thinks, streaks her collarbone. The earth at her feet lies disturbed, a dark wound in the pale frost. Marcus sets down his lamp. The light catches her face. A woman, maybe 30, maybe older. Hard-living ages people out here. A bruise purples her cheekbone, days old. Her hair hangs loose, tangled with leaves. "Ma'am," he begins. "Don't." She lifts one hand. "Don't ask. Don't tell me to leave. Don't fetch the marshal." He studies the turned earth, the shovel, her hands. Reads the story in her posture, shoulders curved inward, protecting something already broken. He's seen this before. His sister wore the same shape before she disappeared. "You on my property by accident?" he asks. "Yes." "You need help moving that somewhere better?" Her eyes snap to his. Gray eyes, he notices. Steel in them, and something else. Calculation. Fear. Hope, maybe, though she's trying to kill it. "Why would you—" "Ground's harder near the creek," he interrupts. "Tree roots. But past the ridge line, there's soft earth. Granite underneath holds water, keeps the soil loose." He picks up her shovel, tests its weight. "This won't do it. Got a pickaxe in the shed." She doesn't move. "I don't know you," she says carefully. "Marcus Brennan. Own this land, such as it is." He nods toward the cabin's distant light. "Workhorses mostly. Keep to myself." "Why help me?" "Didn't say I was helping. Said the ground's softer past the ridge." The distinction matters. He watches her understand it. He's not asking what's buried, not offering partnership. Just stating geography, giving her the choice to accept or refuse. She swallows hard. "I'm Elena." "You hurt?" "No." "Whoever's in that ground, they coming after you?" "Not anymore." Marcus considers this. The November wind cuts through his coat. She's shivering now, adrenaline fading. Whatever happened here finished hours ago. She's been digging in the dark, alone. "Come inside, you know," he says, "and get warm. Have coffee. Then we move it proper." "You don't know what I did." "Don't need to. The marshal won't hear nothing from me." He meets her eyes. "Some things die in the dark, Elena. Stay dead if you're smart about it." Her face crumbles for just a moment. Relief, maybe, or the beginning of collapse. She catches herself, but he's seen it. The crack in her armor. "Why?" she whispers. Marcus thinks of his sister. The bruises she hid. The man who put them there. The empty grave in the Mount Zions nobody ever found. "Seems you had reason," he says simply. Winter settles like a held breath. Elena sleeps in the barn loft. Marcus doesn't ask her to leave. She doesn't offer to go. They establish wordless boundaries. She takes meals on the porch steps. He leaves them on the rail. She washes her plate, sets it by the door. He pretends not to notice when she shivers. 3 weeks pass before she speaks again. The roans favoring her left foreleg. Marcus glances up from the fence he's mending. Elena stands 20 feet away, arms crossed. She's wearing his old coat now. He left it on a post. She took it. Progress, he supposes. Notice that, he says. Might be an abscess. Should check the frog. He straightens. You know horses? My father shod them. Before. She doesn't finish. Before encompasses everything she's fled. I'd appreciate the help. She nods once, vanishes into the barn. When he follows, she's already lifted the hoof, examining it with competent hands. Her shoulders have lost some of their curve. The work steadies her. They don't speak while she works. The barn fills with small sounds, leather creaking, hay rustling, the mare's patient breathing. Elena finds the infection, drains it, packs the hoof with poultice. Her movements carry the memory of a different life. Thank you, Marcus says. Seems I owe you more than this. Don't keep score that way. She sets down the mare's hoof, wipes her hands on her skirt. How do you keep it then? Figure we're both just living here. I buried evidence on your land. That makes you complicit. Marcus considers this. The legal word sounds strange in her mouth. Too educated for her worn appearance. Another piece of her story. You think that's what binds people? He asks. Shared crimes? I think that's what I made between us. Could be. He lifts a hay bale, carries it to the stall. Or could be you needed help and I had a shovel. Why aren't you afraid of me? The question hangs in the cold air. Marcus pauses, thinking how to answer truly. My sister married a man who smiled in church, he says finally. Brought her flowers, quoted scripture. Beat her so bad one winter she couldn't walk. He meets Elena's eyes. She disappeared that spring. Marshall searching for weeks. Never found nothing. Understanding passes between them. I'm sorry, Elena whispers. Don't be. Hope she killed him. Hope she's living somewhere safe, under a different name, sleeping sound at night. He picks up the pitchfork. Figure if she is, maybe someone helped her. Someone who didn't ask questions. Elena's throat works. She turns away, but not before he sees moisture in her eyes. I need to pay you back, she says roughly. Then help with the horses. Stay through winter. After that, your choice. And if the law comes? Then I'm a man who hired help. You're a drifter passing through. Worked a few months, moved on. He shrugs. Happens all the time out here. You'd lie for me. I'd tell the truth, just not all of it. The part where you worked, my horses, that's honest. The rest, he lets it trail off. Elena faces him fully now. The winter light through the barn slats catches her features. Severe, honest, marked it's by survival. Not pretty, exactly, but real. The kind of face that's earned every line. I killed my husband, she says quietly. He was drunk. Came at me with a bottle. I hit him with the fireplace poker. Kept hitting him. Her voice stays flat. Didn't mean to kill him. Meant to stop him. Marcus nods slowly. The difference matters. Does it? To me it does. She studies him. Really looks. Maybe for the first time. Sees a man near 40, weathered by sun and solitude, scar through one eyebrow, hands that have worked hard enough to break and mend 100 times. Not handsome, trustworthy maybe, or maybe just tired of being alone. All right, she says. All right. I'll stay through winter. Help with the horses. Fair enough. They work side by side until dusk. Elena moves into the house that night, takes the small room off the kitchen. Marcus gives her a lock for the door. Hears it turn after she closes herself in. 2 months later, the lock stays open. Spring breaks, cold and late. The town knows about Elena by April. Towns always know. Marcus brings her to Sunday market. Needs extra hands to manage 3 horses he's selling. She keeps her head down, works efficient, but eyes follow. That your wife, Marcus? Pastor Knowles asks. Friendly tone, sharp edges underneath. Hired help, Marcus says. Good with horses. Didn't know you were hiring. Didn't know I needed permission. Elena loads tack in silence. But her hands move faster. She feels the scrutiny like weather changing. They finish business quick. Head back before noon. I shouldn't have come. She says on the road home, you work here. Got a right to be seen. People talk, let them. But it's harder than that. The whispers grow legs. By May, 3 women stop coming to buy Marcus's horses. Their husbands heard things, don't approve. He loses income. Doesn't mention it, but Elena notices when he skips buying new rope, makes do with frayed ends. She finds him in the barn one evening, mending tack by lamplight. This is costing you, she says. Business fluctuates. Don't lie, not to me. Her voice carries anger now. She's grown into it, learned she can be mad again without consequence. They're punishing you for housing me. Marcus sets down his needle. Probably. Then why? Because I'm not beholden to their judgment. He meets her eyes. Neither are you. You say that. But you're losing money because of me. I'm losing customers because people are small-minded. That's different. Is it? He stands, crosses to where she hovers in the doorway. They've grown easier with proximity. She doesn't flinch when he moves anymore. Small victory. That. My father taught me something, Marcus says. Said there's only 2 things worth protecting in this life. Your land and your word. Everything else is noise. He gestures around them. This land's mine. I said you could stay. That's the end of it. What if I want to leave? Make this easier for you. Where would you go? The question lands hard. They both know the answer. Nowhere. She has nothing. No money. No reference. No past she can claim. The evidence buried past the ridge ties her here as surely as gratitude. That's not fair, she whispers. No, he agrees. It's not, but it's true. Elena turns away, arms wrapped around herself. The posture's old, protective. She's backsliding, Marcus realizes. The town's judgment is eroding the confidence she's built. I'm a burden to you, she says. You're a person who needed help. Those things aren't mutually exclusive. Elena. He waits until she looks at him. You pull your weight. Work hard. The horses trust you. That's worth more than whatever gossip the town's spreading. He pauses. You matter here. Not because of what you've done or what I know, because you matter. Period. Her eyes shimmer. You don't owe me kindness. This isn't kindness. It's partnership. He hands her the leather he's been mending. Now make yourself useful and finish this. My eyes aren't what they were. It's an olive branch. A way back to equilibrium. Elena takes the leather, sits beside him. They work in comfortable silence until the lamp burns low. But the town isn't finished. 2 weeks later, Marshal Davies rides up. Marcus is shoeing a gelding when he arrives. Elena's in the garden. They planted it together last month. Neat rows of beans and squash. She sees the badge, goes still. Marcus, the marshal dismounts. Need a word. Speak your piece. Davies glances toward Elena. Maybe private-like? She works here. No secrets. The marshal shifts weight, uncomfortable. Had some questions come up. Woman matching your hired help's description. Wanted in connection with a death down in Silver Creek. Marcus's hands don't stop working. That's so. Husband went missing. House burned. Folks think maybe his wife had something to do with it. Folks think lots of things. Marcus, Davies lowers his voice. I know you're a good man. If you're hiding something, I'm not hiding anything, Tom. I hired help. She works hard. That's all you need to know. People are concerned. People should mind their business. The marshal studies him. They've known each other 15 years. Davies is decent, as lawmen go. That makes this harder. If I find out you're sheltering a fugitive, then you'll do your job. Until then, you're trespassing. It's a dismissal. Davies recognizes it, doesn't like it. He glances at Elena again. She's frozen by the garden fence, dirt on her hands. Mamaw, he calls. You got a name? Elena's throat works. Marcus watches her calculate. Run, lie, confess. Instead, she lifts her chin. Elena Brennan, she says clearly. The false surname lands like a stone. Marcus's hands finally still. The marshal's eyebrows rise. Brennan, he repeats. That's right. Elena walks closer. Married Marcus 3 weeks back. Private ceremony. That a problem? The marshal rides away, unsatisfied but empty-handed. Marcus doesn't speak until the hoofbeats fade. Elena stands rigid by the garden, waiting for his anger. Instead, he returns to the gelding, lifts its hoof, continues working. You shouldn't have said that, he finally murmurs. I know. Now the lie's official. Recorded. I know. Her voice cracks. I'm sorry. I panicked. I couldn't let him take me. I couldn't. Elena? He sets down the hoof, straightens. I'm not angry. She stares at him. You should be. I claimed your name without asking. Made you complicit in a new way. Maybe. He wipes his hands on his pants, walks toward her. Or maybe you just told the truth a different way. How is that the truth? You live here, work here, share my table, tend my land. He stops a few feet away. The paper might not say it, but seems to me we've been building something. Her breath catches. Marcus. I'm not asking anything, he interrupts. Not making demands. But if you're taking my name to stay safe, might as well make it official. Give you legal protection. That's not how marriage works. It is out here. Plenty of partnerships built on less. He meets her eyes. I know you don't love me. Don't expect it. But if being Elena Brennan keeps you alive, then be Elena Brennan. She's crying now, silent tears tracking through dirt on her cheeks. You'd tie yourself to me legally? When you know what I did? I'd stand between you and judgment. Already am, seems like. Why? The word breaks. Why do you keep choosing me? Marcus thinks about this. The spring wind carries scent of turned earth, new growth. Behind Elena, the garden they planted together shows green shoots, small promises pushing toward sun. My father used to say, mercy isn't given to people who deserve it, he says slowly. That's just fairness. Mercy is for the broken ones. The ones who made mistakes, hurt people, did wrong things for right reasons, or right things wrong ways. He pauses. Everybody out here's running from something. The brave ones stop running eventually, build something new. I killed a man. I know. I buried him in your ground. I helped. You could hang for that, for helping me, for lying to the marshal. Could, he agrees. But I won't, and neither will you, because we're careful, because we protect each other. He extends his hand. That's what partners do. Elena looks at his hand, scarred, honest, steady, then at his face, sees what she's always seen. A man tired of being alone, carrying his own ghosts. Not her savior, her equal in damage. If we do this, she says carefully, I need to know it's real. Not just protection, not just strategy. What would make it real for you? Time? Trust. The truth between us, even when it's hard. She wipes her eyes. I can't love you yet, Marcus. Don't know if I'll ever love anybody again after what I survived. But I can be honest. I can work beside you. I can try to build something that isn't built on fear. That's enough, he says simply. Is it? For now. For as long as it takes. She takes his hand. His palm is warm, calloused. Familiar now, after months of working together. She doesn't flinch at his touch anymore. That's its own kind of miracle. All right, she whispers. We'll make it legal. They marry the next week. Pastor Knowles performs the ceremony with obvious reluctance. No witnesses except his sour-faced wife. Elena wears a simple dress, gray wool borrowed from a neighbor who doesn't know what she's lending it for. Marcus wears his only suit, 20 years old and tight across the shoulders. The vows feel strange in her mouth. Honor and obey. She's obeyed enough for one lifetime. But cherish. That word catches. She glances at Marcus, sees him watching her steadily. His eyes hold a question. Do you mean this? She nods slightly. He exhales. They sign papers. She writes her new name carefully. Elena Brennan. The pastor witnesses it, solemn. Outside, thunder rumbles. Spring storms rolling in. Congratulations, the pastor says without warmth. Thank you, Marcus replies. They ride home in silence. Rain starts as they reach the barn. Elena helps him stable the horses, while water drums the roof. The sound cocoons them. She's acutely aware of everything. The ring on her finger, thin gold band Marcus produced from somewhere. The way he moves around her, careful of space. The fact that they're legally bound now. He could claim rights, could demand things. He doesn't. That night, she finds him on the porch, watching the rain. I kept the lock on my door, she says quietly. Good. You're my husband now. Legally, you could... I won't. He doesn't look at her. That door stays locked, long as you need it locked. When you're ready, if you're ever ready, you'll open it yourself. Elena sits beside him, not touching, but close. They watch the storm together. Lightning illuminates the garden, their garden. The rose they planted. The future they're cultivating from broken ground. I buried the evidence for you, she says suddenly. Needs him to hear it spoken. That's why I stayed. At first, because you helped me, and I was drowning in debt to you. Marcus turns his head, studies her profile in the dark. And now? He asks. Now, I'm still buried in debt to you, but it feels different. She meets his eyes. Feels like maybe I'm building something instead of just hiding. That's all anyone can do. Build, one day at a time. Is it enough? After everything? Has to be, Marcus says. It's all we've got. The rain falls harder. Inside the house waits. Warmer now with two people living in it. The lock on her door, ready to turn. The chair he carved for her at the table. His coat that she still wears. Small domesticities that add up to something larger than survival. Elena reaches out slowly, telegraphing movement, places her hand over his. He doesn't pull away. They sit like that until the storm passes, holding on to something fragile and new. Something that might, with time and care, grow into forgiveness, into home.